Hello everyone, this is Adit back again with another video. So in this video, we are going to learn about module design pattern. So this is the one of the first video in design pattern. There is going to be multiple videos in design pattern that we are going to learn, and there are going to be videos related to the React like component design patterns in React as well. So stay tuned for that. And in this video, we will discuss about the module design pattern. So which is pretty easy to explain, and we will go through some examples so that it is easy to understand as well. And so let's get started now. So before we start, if you haven't subscribed the channel already, then please do consider subscribing the channel. It helps the channels to grow. So let's get started now. So first thing is like what exactly is the module design pattern? So over here, what module mean is a module is a file containing all your JavaScript code, and it makes your like which code is accessible to other files or which code is not. Like you can think of it as private or public code. Like private code is that code will be only accessible within that file, and for the public functions or anything variables, whatever you define in one file, it will be accessible to other file as well, right? So this is how you can define the module. And to see an example, what we can do is like over here in index.js we can define a function, right? We can have const print hello world. Okay, so I'm defining an arrow function over here, and what this is going to do is just a console log and print, and this is going to print a hello world. Okay, and what we can do is like we can just print over here. So uh, there is no surprise over here. It will work completely fine, right? um, so what we can have index.js, and this works completely fine. Hello world over here. So now what we can do is like we are going to have another function which is going to, another file which is going to be a print.js. Inside that print.js we will try to execute this function, right? Just remove it here and let's just try to execute this. And we are not going to run the index.js, but we will run print.js, and let's see what we are going to get. So over here, it is saying that print.js is not defined, which is completely fine. That by default, the like we haven't imported it, and neither from the index file it is being exported. Okay, so what we can do is like we can have an index.html as well, and let's have this HTML file. And over here, we're just going to have both the files, script.src, and this is going to be index.js. And similarly, we are going to have print.js as well. And now, what if we try to run this file? Okay, so let me just run this file using live server extension, and we'll go to our console. And over here, you will have to see like we are getting this hello world as well, which is not available in the in index.js. It is in the index.js but not available in the print.js, but we are able to execute that code in that function in print.js as well. So this is not in a like this is not modularized in a module pattern. This is not a module pattern. So to aid the module pattern over here, this is going to be pretty simple. All you need to do just is type module, provide the type module in the script, and over here. So if we just try to run this now, and we are going to get a reference error, print hello world is not defined. So what here you can see like in the index.js, now the code, the functions that are available in index.js, it is not publicly available. Okay, so If we want to access that function in the print.js now, we now have to export it explicitly. Okay, and we also need to import it over here. Import from index.js, and what we're going to import, print hello world. And then if we just try to run this function, I don't know why the script is not loading. Okay, so somehow this print, like I didn't add the extension of the file, and that's the reason it was not it was the print.js was not able to grab the file. And over here, now you are able to see, like I have commented the index file, and we are having this print.js only, and we are able to execute that function over here. Since this function is not even defined inside this print.js, we are just importing it and exporting in from the index.js, and now we are able to run this function. So this is how the module pattern is implemented. And similarly, while working with node.js, you can use the same thing. And like in the node.js, what you can do is like suppose we have some file using node.js, and usually when you work with the node.js, you create a package.json which keeps all of your files, like track of all the packages that you have installed. I hope you are already aware of that. So now in the index.js, we have over here, and in index dot in packaged node.js, by default, like to make it moduli to follow the module pattern, all you need to do is let's just pass the type module. And that's how, like when you try to run any of the function that is available in that file, that will be private to that file only, and it will not be accessible to any other file until and unless import or export it, like export from one file and then uh, get it in the other file. Okay, so that's how you implement the module design pattern, which is pretty easy to implement. And so that's all for this video. If you like the video, consider subscribing, and thank you for watching.